And there are few geologic wonders with a better story to tell than the eruption on the island of Santorini in Greece, which is going to be the focus of this first lecture on volcanic eruptions. Now, Santorini is an island located among the Cyclades Islands in the Aegean Sea in the eastern Mediterranean. It's a beautiful island. You often see it on calendars and posters. But it has an interesting story to tell in terms of its history. If you go back 4,000 years ago, the Minoan civilization on Crete ruled the eastern Mediterranean. They were the most powerful empire. Their ships controlled trade throughout the region. They were very wealthy. They were very advanced. And they had cities outside of Crete, and their largest city outside of the mainland of Crete was Akrotiri, which was on the south side of the small island of Thera that we now call Santorini. Now, if you look at a picture of Santorini, it has a very unusual shape. It is a ring of rock in the ocean. And you look at it and you wonder, how could such a formation occur? I mean, what geologic process would make an island in the shape of a ring like this? Now, if you go and visit Santorini, which is often done by boat, as I have done, the answer becomes immediately clear. It's a massive volcano. You actually sail right into the caldera of a giant volcano. It's truly amazing. Now, Santorini was born as a volcano several million years ago, and in the time since, it's actually gone through several cycles where a volcanic cone builds up and then explodes away violently, ejecting out much of the interior rock of the island. Following one of these large eruptions, the magma underneath drains back downward into the earth, which causes the bottom of the volcano to collapse, and this adds to the formation of what we call a large caldera. Caldera usually is a case where the bottom of a volcano has dropped out due to the draining of the magma, and it gives you that large empty area in the middle. Now, the cycle most recently happened about 21,000 years ago. There was a very large eruption then that would have blown out much of the interior and would have made the island look something like this. And it stayed this way roughly up until about 3,600 years ago, when there was the most recent large eruption. And during this time, a massive cataclysmic explosion would have thrown ash and rock throughout the Mediterranean area and would have actually blown away much of the north side of the island. The volcano would have stayed looking like this for a while, though if you visit Santorini now, you'll notice there's a small island in the middle. That has happened since then, with the process of eruption of magma coming up in the middle. It's actually building up the volcano from underneath, and it eventually may become another large volcano that will once again go through this large cycle. So if you compare the way the island was before and after, and I have to say that the figure on the left here is somewhat of a guess based on our best geologic evidence, you can see that the eruption that happened 3,600 years ago removed an enormous amount of rock from the interior of the island, making it look largely the way it does now.